Hi guys, welcome to Brand X Reviews. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I've never dedicated an actual video to on this channel, which is a bit strange, but that is the Avengers. Now you might be thinking, what the hell are you talking about? That's all you ever talk about on this channel, the Marvel Cinematic Universe and so on. Well actually no, I'm not talking about those Avengers. I'm talking about the TV series from the 1960s starring Patrick Macnee and loads of other people as well. He was the main guy in it. It was basically a genre known as spy-fi, kind of like James Bond, Mission Impossible, that kind of stuff. It was really good. It was a really good series, and it was kind of around the same time as Doctor Who as well. And I'm not a fan of Doctor Who, but for those who are, will obviously be aware of the issues with a lot of the missing episodes in that franchise. And it's a very similar thing happened with the Avengers. The entire first series of the Avengers has been difficult to track down. Only about, I think there were 2 full episodes, and then there was the first third, because the episodes used to be split up into 3 acts. So the first act of the first ever episode, so 2 and a third episodes, were all we could own, and that was all that was known to actually still exist. All the other like 20 odd episodes, whatever, of series 1 were just missing and presumed gone forever, which is a real shame. But in late 2016, I think it was, a group called Kaleidoscope had announced that they'd found another episode called Tunnel of Fear. And they did a screening of this episode, a public screening of this around late 2016. But of course it begged the question for us fans of the series that own the series, will we get to add this to our collection? Will you get a physical copy of this? Or even just put it on YouTube, whatever, we want to see it. So it kind of begged the question, and I'll get into the answer to that question later on in the video, but like I say, I haven't really spoke about this franchise much on this channel, but in fact, to be honest, I haven't even owned this series until about sort of middle of December time. The reason I kind of thought I'll go back and revisit this series that I used to really love, like in the late 90s, when, obviously, given my age, I grew up on reruns of the show. I really started rewatching the series back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and hadn't really got back into watching it, but I was at Manchester Comic Con in late October, and I got the chance to meet Julian Glover, the actor. In fact, there's a picture behind, I'll show you the picture behind him of, that was me with Julian Glover there, and he was obviously in For Your Eyes Only, which was a James Bond film. And he's been in a few other things, but I remember when I was talking to him about his legacy in movies and stuff, and I said, I seem to remember seeing you in an episode of The Avengers. And he said, well, which episode was it? Because I was in a couple. Which woman was in the show? Because that might narrow it down, because he'd done a few episodes. And so it kind of got me thinking, I really want to rewatch the series because I haven't seen the entire series. I've seen kind of blocks of episodes like here and there. Probably seen a hell of a lot of episodes, but by no means have I seen all of them. In fact, I've only seen a handful of the Honor Blackman ones at this point. So basically I thought, what the hell, I might as well just buy the series, you can get it. So I picked up this really, really nice box set, and I haven't done a review of this yet, but I will be doing it. It's definitely worth a buy. But again, I'll save that for another review. But of course, it did make me think with Series 1 that is for the most part missing. What's the deal with that, you know? So to find out that there was this episode that has been rediscovered recently, I've been following the progress with this. And in Series 1, basically, if you're unaware of it, obviously Patrick Macnee was the main guy in the series. But in Series 1, that wasn't necessarily the case. It was actually this guy called Ian Hendry, who passed away quite young, but he was in the series, and his website, I think it's run by his family or his fan base, ianhendry.com, has been a very good website at keeping an eye on this missing episode and any updates when it comes to actually getting to own the thing. Now, I know that BBC Newsnight did a bit of a piece on this episode and what Kaleidoscope do. I'm going to show you a quick clip. I don't want to edit it into the video because I might get flagged for copyright, but I'll show you a very quick clip here, courtesy of YouTube. Obviously, here goes.
Before this projector illuminated this old film, this episode of the Avengers hadn't been seen for 55 years.
You weren't by any chance a desert rat, were you, Tobruk 42?
I was one who got away.
Oh, good for you. Well, you may remember this sort of thing. It hasn't got very far to go. As soon as it reaches that mark, it'll blow this place to smithereens and all of us with it. On the other hand, a jab against the wall, same thing.
You're bluffing.
Well, you've got about 30 seconds to find out.
Hand me that cigarette.
Take it.
There's so few episodes survived from the first series. But anything you find from that...
Excellent to see that. It's really creepy as well, kind of seeing this footage that just has been out there for all this time. Actually see the light of day again. So really exciting to see that. And of course, obviously the question, are we going to get this on home video? And the Ian Hendry website had been kind of following this, and there was some information that it was going to get released, that Studio Canal were going to do a DVD release of the thing, but it was a case of when. And luckily, a couple of weeks ago I think it was, I missed this. I've been following it every few weeks, so I missed it, but they are releasing it. This is the artwork for the DVD that's going to get released, and the release date in the UK is April 9th. So that's really good. So I've pre-ordered it. Believe me, I've pre-ordered it off Amazon. Not the kind of thing that I'll see in Tesco's. I kind of doubt anyway, where I live. So I'll have to pre-order this off Amazon. I don't know if there's a Blu-ray available of this. I mean, I own all the other series on DVD anyway, because the Blu-rays are quite a lot more expensive. So yeah, and I don't know if it's actually available on Blu-ray, but you can pre-order this now anyway. If you live in the UK, you can pre-order it on Amazon. Now, the extra features on this, because I was just talking to this with a friend of mine, Buff, the other day about, like, when they release this, is it going to have a lot of extra features? Because it's unlikely that they'll just release an episode, a 50-minute episode, on its own with nothing else. And if you do release that, people maybe aren't, well, us fans are going to pay whatever for it, but you probably get people more likely to buy if you put a load of extra features in. And something like this, you can make loads of extra features. I mean, I alone can do a 10-minute video just talking about this on YouTube. So let's have a look at the product description, and I will run through the extra features with you just so that you know. So, product description: lost episode rediscovered after 55 years and available on DVD for the first time. Tunnel of Fear is the 20th episode of the first series of the 1960s cult British sci-fi television series The Avengers, starring Ian Hendry, Patrick Macnee and Ingrid Hafner, and was broadcast by ABC Television on 5th of August 1961. ABC Television, by the way, isn't the American Broadcasting Corporation, whatever it's called. It was basically what was Channel 3 in the UK, ITV, before it became ITV. It's one of only 3 known complete Season 1 episodes to have surfaced since the original broadcast. Lost for 55 years, the episode came to light in a private film collection in 2016 and was rediscovered by the British television preservation group Kaleidoscope. Bless Kaleidoscope for doing this, really. This is me saying that, by the way, not Amazon. Now, for the first time ever, Avengers fans will be able to own the episode in its entirety on DVD with a host of extra content. That was what I was wondering about, and I'm going to get to that in a second. Harry Black, an escaped convict, bursts into Dr. David Keel's surgery wounded. He claims to have been framed for a crime that he did not commit and begs that the doctor not hand him over to the police. Steed arrives and ascertains that Black has links to Southend-on-Sea, which might well tie in with an investigation currently being undertaken by his department. They are aware that top government secrets are being leaked from a fun fair in Southend, and Black's story, if true, could possibly lead them to the source of the operation. Can Steed and Keel bring down the operation, prove Harry's innocence, and get out of Southend with their lives? So that's the plot synopsis. Now, the extra features: Big Finish audio play Series 1 reconstruction, Tunnel of Fear, whatever that is. New interview with John Dorney, writer of the Big Finish episode. Ulster TV interview with Ian Hendry 1962, I bet that's good. Ulster TV interview with Patrick Macnee 1964. which would round about be the time when I think Honor Blackman was just doing her last series from memory, 1964, because I know it was around the same time that she did Goldfinger. It's kind of why she left the series. Reconstructions, Series 1 slideshows. Again, use your imagination as to what that is. Series 1 surviving scripts and a 64-page booklet. And that's it. That sounds good. That sounds really good. And this is priced at £17.99. So we will see when this comes out. And again, it just shows the artwork on there, as I showed you before. So real excited about this. Real happy to be reporting on this. Like I say, this information's been out there for a couple of weeks, I think. I've been checking it fairly regularly, but obviously not that regularly. So I'll leave there anyway. I will be doing some more Avengers-related videos in the near future, so check back. Now, I just wanted to say as well, as a tradition with this YouTube channel, when it's friends of ours' birthdays, I usually like to make a note of that. So we've got 3 birthdays. We've had Paul Cage on the 11th of February. He was a bit of a contributor to Brand X Reviews. Lucy Cage, that's Paul's wife, on the 12th of February. And on the 13th of February, it was Buff's birthday as well. So happy birthday, all 3. Topher wasn't able to join me, so he left me his birthday pants, as is the usual tradition on this channel. So from the Topher, happy birthday as well. And yeah, he needs to wash these seriously. They are disgusting. There's like skidders on this and all sorts. Absolutely shocking. Anyway, sorry if there's a private joke there amongst some of the viewers on this channel. If you've seen any previous videos, you might understand the insanity. So I'll leave it there anyway. Like I say, if you're interested in more Avengers stuff, on this channel there aren't that many of my own videos that I've done yet. But there is a playlist. If you go into playlists on my channel, there's a pretty good collection of Avengers videos, including that one that I showed you before from Newsnight. So if you want to have a bit of watching of just general Avengers related videos, go on there because it's a pretty good watch, to be honest. I will be doing some more reviews in the future. Like I said, I've got quite a bit of a collection that I've picked up recently. I got this box set, the complete series. There's obviously the new Avengers, which I haven't broken into yet. There was, for better or for worse, there was the movie in 1998. And there's this quite nice book, actually, which I'll be doing a review of as well, which came out fairly recently, in the last few years anyway. Avengers, a celebration, 30 years of television classic. It's very heavily illustrated. So real nice stuff there. Like I say, I'll cover that sometime in the near future. For now, I'm just going to leave it there and say thank you very much for watching. You can follow us on YouTube, obviously, Instagram and Facebook. But for now, that's it. Thank you very much for watching.
I'll eat your shit. Oh, that was disgusting.